is like I just want to know if they're going to give him the ball. But maybe he's telling him like, look, I'm angry. Give me the ball. I'm gonna go do my thing. We'll see. We'll see what that's. Now with the game. With that being said, with the game, guys, who do you think has the best shot to win MVP? Some interesting odds here. LeBron is the odds-on favorite at plus 450. Joel Embiid was number 2, obviously not playing anymore. Was at plus 600, but some good odds on some people to win the game. This is very unpredictable. A lot of it has to do with how the game goes. We've got the odds up right here for you. This is from BetMGM. We got Giannis at plus 650, Steph Curry at plus 850, Luka Doncic at plus 1100, Kawhi as well too. Kyrie plus 1200. He'll shoot. Nikola Jokic at plus 1400. Somebody in the chat, I saw Jokic will get MVP. That would be interesting. He doesn't really seem like the all-star kind of player in terms of that. Even got some guys like Zion, your boy Murph, down at plus 2500. Bradley Beal, your boy Jamoke, at plus 1600. I wish I had somebody for Brian, but there are no Miami Heat players here. So also,
I found somebody.
Oh, you found somebody? Who's your guy, Brian? Who's your guy to win All-Star Game MVP?
Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard. There you go. There's your
Damian
guy.
Lillard plus 1400. He's gonna be somebody that he just wants to show everybody. I'm looking for a guy who's gonna want to make a statement at the All-Star Game, and the guys at the top of the list for me would be Damian Lillard, probably Giannis, and Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is not winning All-Star Game MVP. I would love for that to happen. At plus 8,000, I would love for that to happen. He just comes out and starts throwing everybody shit, but that's not going to happen. It's going to be Damian Lillard. I think he might go for 40. He might get a bunch of only a few assists, but I think he's going to go off and have a serious performance.
Could you do me a favor, guys? Can we bring up those All-Star Game odds again? I need to see those All-Star Game odds again because I think there was a problem. I just want to make sure I am right. No, bring it up. Let's see it once again. All right, guys. Where's Julius Randle? We got no love for the odds for Julius Randle. I mean,
he's off the board, baby.
He's off the board. We got no love for Julius Randle. And obviously, this is nothing. This is nothing to our producers who did a great job of bringing up this graphic. I'm just saying, you didn't. My producers tell me now that he missed him. Nah, I don't think that he did. I don't think there are any odds. No, actually, no, I did check it. There are odds for Julius Randle. He is at plus 5,000. I just thought, we were not giving any love to Julius Randle. Not saying that I would bet on Julius Randle.
Classic Knicks disrespect.
Classic Knicks disrespect. No. I was just wondering. I was like, oh man, the Knicks didn't get anybody named in here. No, look, there's obviously so many players that we can have in here, but Julius Randle is in that plus 5,000 range. If you so choose to put some money on Julius Randle or think that he might have a chip on the shoulder, like Brian said. Jamoke, who are you rocking with in terms of MVP? Are you looking at a guy in the same way that Brian does with a chip on the shoulder, or somebody established as a player in the league that might, say a chip on the shoulder, might have something to prove in terms of getting that All-Star Game MVP?
So actually, Dame bothers me because he's playing with Pandemic P and they don't like each other. So that may be an issue with Paul George and Dame, talking about negative energy with Spider too. I actually am picking LeBron James to be the MVP. He is at the tail end of his career, right? Only 2 players have won the MVP more than LeBron. LeBron has 3 All-Star MVPs. Kobe Bryant and Bob Pettit both have 4. LeBron needs 1 more, maybe 2 more, because he wants to say he's the best. So what other motivation do you need than to say, Kobe still got me, right? I'm going to do this for Kobe. Let me go on ahead and get the MVP. I may be only playing 1 or 2 more years, especially at this level where I think I can actually win the MVP. So I'm going to go on ahead and take it. That's who I think is going to get the MVP. But if you want a sleeper, James Harden on Team Durant, Luka, because LeBron James loves Luka. So I think he's going to feed Luka a little bit. Luka may actually get the first point scored of the game, possibly. Those are my 2 sleeper picks. But I'm going with LeBron. History. We're talking about history.
History. Talking about history. Murph, are you going for history, or are you going for motivation like Brian?
I like that argument from Jamoke. I think LeBron, if he wants it, it's his for the taking. He's going to be, it's his team. He'll have control on the court. He can do whatever he wants to do out there. But you look at his team, man. There's just so many guys from that team. If Team LeBron wins, you got Giannis who could put up big numbers, no question. If Steph gets hot from three, he's a guy that could easily take it home. Luka, is this his second All-Star game? I believe so, right?
That's his second All-Star game.
His second All-Star game. He's more comfortable now. We know he has the skills to do it. He could end up getting a triple-double if he wanted to. So he's a guy to watch out for. Now, if there's an upset for Team Durant, like I said before, maybe Donovan Mitchell takes this game really seriously, tries to drop 40 and show everybody, that he more than belongs. Like you said, Kyrie Irving, another guy who's going to, he's not going to be afraid to try to put up points. He's going to have no fear out there. And then another sleeper is my guy Zion, who's now starting instead of Embiid. He's at plus 2,500. We know, sometimes the All-Star game turns into a mini dunk contest, and nobody's more equipped for that than Zion. If they just give him the ball, and nobody's going to play defense on that kid in this game. So watch out for him also. But you could go anywhere. But I would, if I'm playing it safe, I think LeBron is the safe bet.
LeBron is a safe bet, as you said. Odds on favorite here. I like Curry a lot here, man. Watch out for Curry. He's, and a lot of it's how long he goes in the 3-point shootout earlier, but he's been playing well, shooting the ball well. He seems really happy to be back this year. I can see him want to leave his mark with some crazy amounts of threes. We're trying to set a record in this game. Watch out for him. I like him. I just like him to be free-spirited and fun and play this game really loose. With something to prove, maybe not coming as aggressively as Donovan Mitchell might. But yeah, I like him. I think you get good odds on him at plus 800. I think he's a good guy to look at if you don't want to go for one of the favorites. I also too like Murph. I do like Zion Williamson a lot. He's somebody I would consider if you want more of a long shot, especially now that he's starting. I would say definitely watch out for him. And I don't want to call him a long shot, but Brian brought up Damian Lillard. I also like that too. I think Damian Lillard still doesn't get his respect as one of the best players in this league and really what he can do. And he's also been having a fantastic season shooting the ball. And I think in a game like this, if he gets the ball in his hands enough in the open court, he can pull up, he can find other guys on the break. He's dangerous to put up some big numbers too. So I think there's a lot of good people that you can like in this game, in this situation, but a lot of it is opportunities. Who gets the ball, where they get the ball, those sort of things. So, we'll see. Dame is a chip on the shoulder guy. So, that's why Brian's all in on him. I'm surprised, Jamoke, a little bit surprised at you that you did not go with Bradley Beal to win the MVP and bring it back home to DC.
Well, the reason why I didn't go with Bradley Beal is he's such a nice guy, and I think what he's going to end up doing
nice guys don't win MVPs.
He just wants to share the ball. He's just happy to be there. I think he's going to play his game. But I will say without Team Durant playing, when you got James Harden, Beal, Mitchell, especially if the word is Booker's not going to play, these are the volume shooters that you're going to have. Yeah. So it is probably going to come down to Mitchell with the chip on the shoulder, Harden who can score just because he wants to score, and Beal who's trying to prove, hey, last year I should have been a starter, should have been all NBA. So this is my opportunity to step up. And I'm sure he's happy he's playing with Jason Tatum. It's the first time he's ever going to be able to do that with these guys both coming up in St. Louis. Tatum was, a mentee of Bradley Beal, just like Dexter likes to call me his mentor, right? So I think them playing together, he's going to be sharing the ball a little bit more. That's why I wouldn't pick Beal. I am repping.
Let me say this about Harden. I'll be interested to see how Harden performs. When he was in Houston, I always said he was the ultimate regular season player, which means he didn't play well in the playoffs. Also didn't play well in All-Star games, which was crazy to me. So we'll see. People saying he's turned a new leaf. He's a different player in Brooklyn. If he plays well in an All-Star game for the first time in his life, that'll be a good sign.
All right, something to definitely keep your eye on with James Harden as we move forward. Just want to remind everybody, if you like the content, you love what we're doing here on the show, NBA Picks and Props, Please subscribe to the Props Network YouTube channel. You can check out all the great content that we have going on, including Just for Sport with our man Jamoke Davis. Everything going on in the world of sports and sports betting. You can get that from him a couple times a week. And us with NBA Picks and Props. We'll be back on our regular schedule this week. We'll be back on every Friday at 6 p.m. So be sure to rock with us. Check us out. Hit that subscribe button. That's what you need to do. All right, let's look at some player props around the game tonight. There's always some interesting one. We kind of talked about some of them before. One of the first ones is which player will score first in the game. Most times in the All-Star game, I don't know how accurate this is, but most times I feel like I've seen it is most of the times the first score is a dunk. Rarely get a dunk. There's somebody leaking open. Somebody gets an easy dunk. That's generally what it is. Who do you guys like when you look at these odds? And we got the odds up right now, and two bigger guys are leading the field in terms of odds. Giannis at plus 600, Embiid obviously not playing now, plus 600. LeBron plus 700. Kyrie, well, he'll shoot, that's for sure, plus 700. Steph, Kawhi and Luka at plus 800. So, some nice odds if you even get your boy Bradley Beal down there, plus 900, Jamoke.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum at plus 1,000. Same thing with Nikola Jokic. Obviously, it's going to be a pool of starters, the guys who are going to be in the floor. Now you can look at Zion and his prowess and possibly being in there and getting that first bucket. But, Murph, I'll start with you. Zion's a guy who can start the game off with a dunk, gets, not a crowd, but gets fans excited, maybe gets a team pumped up. Is he somebody you would like to get the first dunk, or who do you like on the list in terms of those odds?
Is this first dunk or first point?
First points. Could be with a dunk, could be with anything. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So first points, I'm looking at it. I gotta go with whoever wins the tip. Okay. So, and I'm looking at the starting lineup. Embiid is out, so they're gonna have a smaller guy. At the tip off on the East. So, or at least on team Durant. So I'm going to say you're going to have Jokic, with that honor for Team LeBron. I think they'll win the tip, and I see it going to Steph Curry and him putting up a 35-footer to start the game and hitting it. So I go Steph Curry plus 700. Put it in the bank. Steph Curry
plus 700. Put it in the bank. Check it in on the chat. David Stankovic says Steph Curry with a corner three. He's got that feeling. For the first shot of the game. So you guys are feeling the three to start the game. Brian, who do you like here? Do you like the guards you got Murph picking Steph Curry, or do you like a big man to get the first points of the game?
I think it's actually quite funny that we're doing a round table on who's going to score first.
Yes, it is.
This is where we are with the degenerate shit.
Here we are.
And a lot of money comes in on this stuff, so I'm not even hating. But alley-oops Zion. That's the first bucket of the game. That's all I got to say. Zion Williamson starting now, alley-oops Zion. Someone's going to find him. He's going to cut, and nobody's going to get in his way, as Murph said, because he's 6'6", 300 pounds, but he's like an athletic 300 pounds. You know what I mean? He's like Jadeveon Clowney in the NBA. I ain't getting in his way. So alley-oops Zion, first bucket.
They gotta win that. They gotta win that tip, though, man. They really gotta win that tip. So I don't know who they're gonna have jumping up on that, but Jokic might not even want to jump. That's a whole nother story. Jamoke, who do you like here scoring the first points of the game?
The thing is, Murph, he had the right philosophy. If it's not gonna be Jokic, it's gonna be Antetokounmpo or Rudy Gobert with the jump ball. So I'm thinking it's gonna be Giannis, but. If you see LeBron gets the first basket, if you didn't pick him for MVP, that means he's starting. He's getting hot early, warming up. So that's who I think is a sleeper pick for first points of the game. But I think realistically, it's going to be a fast break dunk. Whoever gets the jump ball, they're going to kick it out to. I'm going to say it's going to be Rudy Gobert. He's going to give it to Giannis, who's going to throw it down.
Okay. This all has me thinking. I'm wondering, has anybody ever scored the first points of the All-Star game on a free throw? That'd be whack. Who's the ref?
I'm sure it's happened. Who's
the ref that called that foul?
Yo, listen, it's all HBCU refs. I'm not saying anything about the refs right now. Shout out to Norfolk State, Clark, Atlanta, and Southern University. I'm gonna let it go.
Those refs better stay out the way of the game. They're there, and we're proud that they're repping, but ain't nobody trying to see them. I'm gonna go with this is so crazy. I'm gonna go with Giannis. Gobert wins the tip. I'm gonna go with Giannis. I see Giannis leaking out, getting some easy dunk. Nobody wants to be in his way either. He just takes the ball, goes down the lane, easy Giannis dunk. My man Antonio Urbano feels the same. I'm gonna go with Giannis on this one. I got to go with the guys nobody wants to be in their way. Now, I would prefer if it happens the way Murph drew it up. I'd like a 3. I really would like that. But I think most times it's going to be outlet to somebody, comes down the lane, and they let him dunk, and that's that. Yes, Brian, we did talk about this. Who will score first in the game? There will be action on this tonight for sure. All right. This is a little more interesting because this is more completely looking at the game. But who's going to be the top point scorer for the All-Star game? Jamoke. Could it be your guy, Mr. Buckets, Bradley Beal, right? He's at plus 800 here. All right? We got Giannis is at plus 180. We got Kyrie Irving, Mr. Shoot-A-Lot, Flat Earth at plus 500. We got Steph Curry at plus 1,100. Jason Tatum plus 1,400. Doncic plus 2,200. What's interesting, LeBron, he's at plus 375. Zion Williamson at plus 700. That's gone up a little bit. Do you like your boy, Jamoke? Bradley Beal? There's good odds on him here. We know he can get buckets. Bradley Buckets Beals, 3 Bs. Like Big Baller Brand, he can get buckets. So
he's the leading scorer in the NBA. So I do think he's going to want to show out. He's got a little bit of chip on his shoulder as well. But I think I've got to stick with LeBron because I do think that he's going to get MVP. So in order to get MVP, I feel like you got to be this top scorer, or at least you got to be right up there with a triple-double, something like that. But I think it's going to be LeBron James at plus 375. My sleeper pick, yes, I'm going with Bradley Beal. Somebody's got to fill it up on the other team.
Yeah, I think Bradley Beal's good value there, plus 800. Somebody's got to fill it up too. This also could seem like a good place maybe for your boy James Harden, Murph. Maybe he fills it up and finally comes through in the All-Star game. And, we can get some assists. We've seen him in that range. Who do you like here to be the top scorer in the All-Star game?
Yeah, I'm going to stay away from Harden. I got to see it first. I got to see him play well in just one game outside of the regular season. So I'll wait and see that. But we've been talking about this guy the whole time. I'm gonna stick with Donovan Mitchell. What are the odds exactly? I'm sure it's a long shot. What are his odds?
Donovan Mitchell, can we bring that up again, guys? Donovan Mitchell, the odds for him was about plus.
Well, whatever it is, yeah,
plus 5,000. Sorry, I thought it was a little bit.
I say go with that. I know he said, he makes the comment that he doesn't care. He really doesn't care what people say. That is an absolute lie. I know Donovan a little bit. He's the ultimate professional. So he's going to always say the right thing, but he cares. Okay, that's how he made it to this league, taking everything personal and just staying in the lab trying to get better. I know he takes what happened as a slight because it was. So I think he might be the most serious guy in this game, and we know he's capable of scoring. Whether his team wins or not, I'm going to take him to score the most points in the game.
Yeah, it's always interesting when people say stuff like they don't care, but he says people have been talking shit about me for a while. You kind of know that, which shows that you care,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
You actually do care about this. Brian, who do you like to be the overall top scorer? You have no Miami Heat players that you can pick, but who do you like to be the top overall scorer here in tonight's game?
Well, Damian Lillard was my MVP pick, and I'm seeing him sit there at plus 2,000, and yeah, I like those odds a lot. You know what I mean? Even if I put $1 on that, I'm going to get a good return. So I'm going with Damian Lillard because I think he's going to win MVP. He's somebody that I think has the potential to get 40 in a game like this, in this format. And he's somebody who I think is going to take this seriously, pull up from 30, and hit a bunch of three-pointers and go crazy. So I'm going with Damian Lillard to lead this game in points.
Dame time. It's going to be Dame time. That's what we're hearing. We're saying, and my man Antonio Urbano agrees with that as well, too. He likes Damian Lillard for this at plus 2,000. Good value for Damian Lillard here. This one is just so tough, man. I said I think Curry. Watch out for him to have a good game. I also like Damian Lillard. I'm gonna go with Curry. I thought he'd have a good game and be MVP. I'm gonna rock with him on this here to show out. So I'm gonna say that he gets the top score somewhere between 35 and 40 points. On the night. I'm gonna rock with him there. But I think look, all these picks are good. And it kind of goes hand in hand. I do agree with something Jamoke said. if you're gonna go with a guy for MVP and you're also going to make this bet, you might as well go with whoever you think it is going to be MVP. I mean, why not? Why not go down swinging? And usually it's going to be somebody with a high score or puts up a lot of stats. So, we'll see. I'm surprised, a little bit surprised, Brian, you didn't go with your boy Kyrie Irving, thinking he might gun for it here.
No, nah. I think he'll miss a bunch of those jumpers. You know what I mean? Like that's all it comes down to. Like maybe he could win MVP. I mean, his odds are a lot higher than Damian Lillard's, which I was actually kind of surprised at. But it's whatever. It's the fucking All-Star game. Like the odds are all over the place. Like I don't know what people's rationale is for this. Like Damian Lillard's so low, Kyrie's up here. This person, like I get it. Rudy Gobert plus 8,000 though. I'm staying away from him. But Rudy Gobert is my pick. Like I want him to win MVP, but that's just not gonna happen.
That's not happening.
That's not happening. I want it to happen so fucking bad.
I would love to see that happen, but there's no way. There's no way that's happening. I mean, we can all dream, right?
Like Donovan Mitchell thinks that he's been disrespected. Draymond Green was basically calling Rudy Gobert a bitch for crying for not getting the All-Star game for the second straight time. Like I want to see Rudy Gobert go out there and get 20, 20, and 10.
That'd be great. And I feel like they still wouldn't give it to him. They probably still